Hi there, Sarah here. Welcome to the second video in my mini-series for moms who think that they may be neurodivergent. My first video went over traits for autism, ADHD, and AuDHD, as well as comorbidities such as anxiety and depression that go along with them. So if you're coming to this conclusion that you think that you're likely neurodivergent, a lot of things will likely be going on. Number one, you'll look over your life and see where the puzzle pieces may fit. If you can find evidence from your past that lines up with these facts and traits. Number two, you'll wonder who you should tell, when you should tell them, and how. Number three, you will likely repeatedly question whether you're really neurodivergent and have to watch more videos, do more research, and self-reflection. But don't worry, this voice will grow quieter. Number four, you'll try to decide if you should get diagnosed by a professional. You'll want to know what this process looks like and the end result and if it's even worth it. And number five, if you're a mom, then what about your kids? What struggles will they have and how can you help them with them? And we aren't even getting into our relationships with our husbands or partners today. I'll go into each one of these more in depth throughout this video, so feel free to cruise around using the chapters below in the description. Also subscribe if you want the next topic video that comes out about energy accounting and how not to get extremely exhausted each and every day. Number one is self-reflection. It's important to take time to look through your life, and it will take time. It really helped me to write down different traits that I came across. I also watched a variety of videos from a variety of different YouTubers, and then I would write down the things that resonated specifically with me. Either specific examples from my life or general ones. See where I skimmed as a child, because I did like to wiggle my feet around in bed a lot. I was always clicking with my mouth and my hands, and I couldn't sit still. I would definitely say I'm an overall awkward social person. I really don't like looking people in the eye very much. When I do, it's so odd. It's so intense. It's like way too much. Ugh, meltdowns. I definitely get those. The older I get, the more I get them. It's so awful. Writing it down helps a lot as you move through this journey and as you forget things and as you decide who you want to tell later on, as you experience imposter syndrome where you feel like maybe you're not really neurodivergent after all. And this is very normal. In fact, I would highly recommend making a list like this. As you continue learning about neurodivergence in general and reflecting on your life, it also helps if you decide you want to get diagnosed and even reflect on your kids' behaviors. I even made a printout that you can use for this in the description. It includes a list of different traits and where you can fill in either general or specific examples from your own life. Number two, who do we tell? Obviously, we want the people closest to us to understand us, but the fear of rejection and disbelief can be debilitating. I remember that feeling. You don't really know how loved ones or friends are going to react when you tell them. Just to calm our minds a little bit, there are reactions that will probably fall under these different categories. The first one is disbelief. Hey, I've been doing some research and I think I'm autistic. You can't be. You're so normal. Two, they might act like they knew it all along. Hey, listen, I think I have ADHD. Well, of course you are. Number three, they may not really give you a response at all. They might just kind of shrug it off. I just want to let you know, I think that I have ADHD and autism. Fourth is rejection. I have heard people mention that they lost friends when they told them that they were neurodivergent. And a more positive response that you might get may be something like, really? Why do you say that? I felt a lot better having a couple examples of my ADHD and my autism memorized to tell people. Most people that you talk to aren't going to know very much besides some of the stereotypical things about either one of these disorders. Mentioning sensory overload or meltdowns for autism, or your inability to focus or complete tasks for ADHD, and that those are kind of the hallmarks of those disorders may help. Less is more. Number three is good old imposter syndrome. You will likely experience this a lot. You will find yourself questioning your neurodivergence quite often, especially at the beginning. This is one of the reasons why I wrote down the things that I did about myself and how they matched up with different traits from these disorders. Not only could I return to these to remind myself, but it also kept me from gaslighting myself. This voice will get quieter as time goes by. It might never go away, but as you become more confident in who you are, you'll learn to speak to it when it seems to rear up so that you don't let it take control. If you like this video so far, please hit the like button. It helps me immensely, and it helps get this video out to other people who might need it. Number 4 is whether or not to seek a diagnosis and medication. Just like to remind everybody, I am not a doctor. I say that every video, but I feel like I have to. In a questionnaire that I did on Reddit, the reasons why or why not to get diagnosed for autism and ADHD were pretty similar. But I will start with autism and include ADHD kind of alongside of it. For autism, these were some of the things that people listed as to why they got diagnosed. It was an official answer to the struggles that they had grown up with. It offered proof and validation. It also offered a sense of belonging. For work, sometimes people would seek diagnosis because during burnout, they kept having to take sick leave. And if they had a diagnosis, then they could apply for disability or ADA. It was also an answer to a lot of shame, meltdowns, guilt, and feeling broken. It also provided an answer when, after attending therapy did not solve these issues. It was, for a lot of women, the real answer to the comorbidities that they were struggling with and had gotten originally diagnosed with as a misdiagnosis. Yeah, according to this information, after our 30-minute talk, I'm going to diagnose you with bipolar disorder. Here's some medication that you can take, and it should help you feel a lot better. Oh, geez, bipolar disorder? Okay, all right, well, thank you. I'll start taking those. Oh, no, you know what? It's looking a little bit more like you got some anxiety and depression going on there, girl. Sorry about that. Listen, I'm going to prescribe you some SSRIs, and they will start kicking in within 1 to 3 months. And to be honest, your symptoms might get a lot worse before they get better, but don't worry. You can call me if you need anything at all. I'm just a phone call away. Anxiety and depression, well, I mean, I definitely do have anxiety and depression. I guess I'll start taking that medication. I've been doing some research, and I don't think that I have anxiety and depression. Honestly, I think that I'm autistic. I think my anxiety and depression are just the results of being exhausted and burnt out and mentally overloaded each and every single day of my life. Oh, you think you're autistic? Yeah, okay. I could see how maybe that could be the case. I guess I could refer you out to a specialist. And some people also said it helped to get their children along the right path as well. While ADHDers mirrored a lot of these reasons to get diagnosed, burnout and accommodations at work were not included, but getting medication like stimulants was included. Let's move on to why some people chose not to get diagnosed with autism. Some people felt validated enough by other mental health professionals. It's also very expensive and insurance doesn't cover it. There were some that didn't really need any accommodations for work, or their work already provided these accommodations for them. Some said that it wouldn't change the meds that they were already getting or the therapy that they were receiving. Also, other people felt like they were masking for so long that they probably wouldn't get diagnosed properly. There were stories that many have heard, including myself, about being dismissed when they went to get diagnosed based on the DSM files. And a lot of people also had a big mistrust in doctors and their knowledge of autism and really women's health in general. And finally, some people even lived in fear in the United States of being put on a public list by the government if they were diagnosed autistic. For ADHDers, it was a lot different. It's a lot cheaper and easier to get diagnosed, even as a woman. So there really weren't many reasons why not to get diagnosed with ADHD. I'm very interested to see if any of these reasons resonate with you. So please tell me down in the comments if you are interested in sharing. And don't forget, in the description, I do provide lots of links to additional information and resources for you to dig into. That brings us to number 5. What about your kids? A lot of late diagnosed women were diagnosed because their kids were. And despite the extra years of struggle, I think this can be a beautiful thing in some cases. Now, what you learn about your neurodivergent, you can also be teaching your kids. You'll also be able to have deeper relationships with them because you can have discussions about these really difficult life situations. I'm not saying it's going to be all craft play dates and video game marathons together. I mean, it's really more going to be like fighting for school accommodations, trying to be their executive functions a lot, and wondering why life is so freaking hard. But you will be able to get answers, and you'll also be able to kind of start getting on the right path. I have linked a couple videos in the description that I have done that may help if you have a neurodivergent teenager. I'm honestly still trying to get my neurodivergent 3-year-old to poop in a toilet, so I don't have a lot of content for younger neurodivergent kiddos, but stay tuned. And I'd love to hear about any resources you have for neurodivergent kids. I hope this was helpful for you today. Don't forget to subscribe to get subsequent topic videos in this series. Grab your printout below to be able to write down the traits and examples that you have from your own life. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.